for Sanguine. Shinto, we know, very comfortable on the selection. I love Sanguine's draft, top to bottom. CRYPTIK going to have their work cut out for them here in game number 1 as they look to take down the 2nd seed and improve their seeding for midseason invitational. It's Finch and it's F. for CRYPTIK and Sanguine.
You know, swapped around and played position here or there, but his most success has been on the jungle for sure.
That's well timed though with the Kraken. Shinto gobbles up Mineral, and they take him down for
Left side, landing and avoiding the stun.
That was critical that he got away from it, but he's not out of the woods just yet. Has to stutter step to get away from the stun. And with that sprint, this might be all they need. Just one more auto from Diesel sets this up, and Netrio goes down 0-1-1.
I want Hardcore to jump in deep. I want Rongu to coerce my team whenever and just look for the fights over and over again.
Zop's in some trouble here too on the Hera. Never even gets the polymorph off. He but can't quite find it. So it'll be Mineral's turn to disengage. But Eagles Rally wants to cut off the path.
Panatom's gonna blink onto the mid lane as well and find a target. The zigzag is good. The dot damage better. Zero falls down and the Arachnid will walk away.
Damage, and that does slow them down, but that one's got Mineral's name written all over it. A great stun to slow down Panatom when he was looking to blink past and try and get right to Diesel. But I don't think Cope's done here yet. He's remembering some of them ALG days as he dies the tier 1 tower. Netrio falls first. Panatom in trouble too, but a good response. Kraken comes through from Shinto, and Yarkor can at least find Sops. Mineral falls as well. It's 2 for 2, and Sanguine aren't done as Cope hits the grave.
Double kill for the Poseidon and a fantastic play from Cope, but unfortunately the rest of the team just was getting beat up by Sanguine. Zigzag gonna be cut short. Zero jumps away. And there's a little bit of dot damage, but not the same amount. So Shinto finishes up the old unofficial triple kill. A way to initiate? Yes, you do. You can whoop. It all works out.
Ends up looking good. Not too dissimilar from the idea of Shibalanke, but let's go to this fight in the mid camps. Sops has fallen again. They knew he didn't have an Aegis. Mineral, the next one who's on the menu, and the Arachne is chomping at the bit. Rongu jumps back in as they switch gears towards Zero, but he makes his way out of the whirlpool, though it already down well below half, and Cope blinks in as well. Earth and Fury hits just about all 10 players, but it's Zero who ends up too low. The Serket had nowhere to go inside the whirlpool, and immediately Yarkor jumps in with Eagles Rally.
Meanwhile, on the front side, you're going to see the Kraken come out, but it's largely mitigated. Sops dances around, but still gets hit up by the spider. Mineral again trying to find an exit ramp, but can't.
Wow, man.
As Netrioid turns around, gets Diesel. Netrioid turns around. Mineral goes down. Panatom don't gotta look at it. The Venom does the...
This Primal Fury and buying time. He's got to be careful, though. It's a long time for reinforcements to actually get here, and they could always just collapse on him.
Yeah, he's gonna fearless power cleave. And grabs 2 players, but not enough damage. Need more. The leash is gonna be good under the Gold Fury, but now Sanguine one more time, grab it, and that's that.
Primal Fury down. That was without down and stunned, but so far the tanky tier is shrugging it all off. He should be able to disengage, though. He still has the Lawbringer available.
Shinto shows up, the Freya losing the fight. Diesel uses the ultimate more for himself than the enemy on the right side, but, well, Mineral once stood there.
Yeah, that guy does not have Aegis, which makes it hard for him to live through a Kraken. Cope is going to be able to get away from the Eagles Rally. Well, if they can hurry up and get this before the enhanced version, and they could at least secure the objective itself. But Cope is looking over the wall. Hard to beat out Kraken, though. That's pretty good secure. So Sanguine get the objective. 2-man stun comes out from Yarkor as well as Panatom sends Sops all the way back to base. Yarkor finds one of his own, and that's 2 down and 5 up for Sanguine.
Just don't be there. I don't know what else to say. You can't stand in that spot and expect to get away with it. Diesel will be taken down here as well. And just like that, Sanguine turn 18.
This could be critical, though. Cope at least finds Panatom and limits some of that Arachne damage, but you look at what else Sanguine has cooking. A Fire Giant, a Draconic Corruption, Fakin Fafnir with the Coerce. They should be able to shred through this Phoenix without too much trouble, and Cope can't slow them down. It's still 9 seconds for Mineral. CRYPTIK are going to do their best to hold on with the right side minion, or Phoenix down. Fire minion should be there soon. Yarkor has been blown up so far. He doesn't even make it out. Cope comes in and slams down on top with the Lawbringer. Mid Phoenix only at half HP as well as Panatom has to fall back out, though Netrioid.
Timing's worked out, and now the right side Phoenix is under attack.
And they're pushing with a Fire Minion wave and with the Fire Giant buff on for themselves. Earth and Fury comes out, but that right side Phoenix already down. Mineral manages to force Panatom back. Yarkor getting locked down as well. They even commit Argus. They want this below Persona gone. They want Phantom too. Kraken comes through, but double Aegis keeps everyone alive. But even the Whirlpool's too much damage. Diesel goes in aggressively. He wants to get in some autos.
Meanwhile, Netrioid from the sky is going to put Diesel down. Shinto answers back, though. And Netrioid with a double kill. 2 players alive on the side of Sanguine. Can they win the fight? Netrioid is going to will himself into the champion's seat. Looking for the kill one more time. The lift and the gift. Quadra kill for Netrioid.
And they still have a chance. It's going to be difficult, just the 2 of them by themselves, with Zero still here, but they're going to move right into the Titan room. Netrioid getting it done with the Freya in the late game, chunking through the Hera, and now they move on to the Titan itself, down below half HP. Zero at least gets it wrong you, and that might be 2. The Phoenix is just right here in the middle lane. Panatom's up in the air. He should be able to come back down and drop down some slows, but the Kraken only tickles Diesel. It can't bring him low enough. In fact, he can still come in to look for some more autos, but this is great from Yarkor. Get right to the back line and sit on top of the Hunter. Netrioid finds a kill as well. Cope goes down, and it's 1 for 3. Sanguine can now keep surging.
That's exactly where CRYPTIK want to fight. Again, talking about playing defense with this amount of Phoenixes down, you've got to fight outside, not inside, but they're losing the fight.
And I don't know where Sops is meant to go. Netrioid raining damage from on high, and Panatom has Mineral locked down left-hand side. Stun doesn't get there from Wrong You, but they don't need it. That's a full-on deicide.
They're looking real strong. They find their victory, and again, this is just, you know what? Thanks, Netrioid.
Yes, that is what this is. He made a big play because
might be pretty decent, though. I know that Cope has one of those picks in the pocket. I don't know about the Hades, but it looks like they're going to use Naja in the solo lane.
But one who can certainly still potentially bully Sops if he's given some room to operate. As Panatom goes in aggressively, Sops has been stunned, does get the Kraken out, but it's just too late. First blood for Sanguine.
Be where the next grouping is, and it will be. Shinto's going to get aggressed on. There's the beads to the monkey, but the damage, good enough. Sops finds the answer for Team CRYPTIK.
Yeah,
concerned about Naja dying too much.
That was the right idea from Zero, but they just couldn't quite execute it. Netrioid in some trouble as well here on dual lane, but he avoids the attacks. Panatom hunts down Zero, so it ends up being the reverse A, and that's several gank attempts now from Zero that haven't quite hit pay dirt. Though Panatom wants Cope. That's a good sash, and even better ultimate onto the priority target.
Unlikely to be a kill. It's more a defensive ultimate than anything. Cope still running away from the spider, and again, will find safety.
His way out of there. Netrioid is under siege yet again, avoids the airstrike and responds to the Valkyrie's discretion, but can't find the fourth shot, and that means Diesel takes him down in the 1v1, sends Netrioid back to base.
No harm. Many harm. Red buff stolen. But no foul, as he's able to survive. Cope now turning things around, and Hardcore's the one that's got to worry about being alive.
Yeah, it's a bit of a red buff for the boys as Cope dives underneath the tier 1.
Wrong
he
choice.
might find out that he's miscalculated as Panatom is here, where he's been all map, putting some extra pressure here on the solo lane, and Cope, baby, takes a spill. Another kill. That's 3-0-0 for this Arachne.
But here comes Zero and looking to clean up Hardcore. 1 shot, 2 shot. We'll be able to find the third. Arachne, there's the slow. The stun will come next, but a jump from Zero puts him safe and sound. No matter, and he's gone!
And when Panatom's able to be on those webs, he covers so much extra ground, so he recognized with those dragging...
Demon, and it was actually interesting if you want some behind the scenes, but first, Zero is gonna die.
Yeah, Zero has realized he's gonna jump over the wall, and then yeah, that's gonna happen. Yeah, the hardcore's waiting on him. And Cope might be in trouble too, even with the heal. He did have the ultimate that was great to snap towards Panatom and get some good damage, but last time this wasn't enough to save him. Under the tier 2 tower though, it's a different story.
Why didn't Cope say anything? Hey Zero, don't jump there, you're gonna die. Like, what? Instead he was like, hey, pranked you, bud. Like, not a good play there from Cope.
Yeah, unfortunately, Zero didn't have a ton of options. Maybe that
squish.
She just kind of stuffs him as Sops body blocked, can't even get into range to stop the Gold Fury, and Sanguine grab yet another objective. And now Sops might be in trouble, even with Mineral here, or maybe not. Shinto's the one drowning under all the water coming out from Sops. Netrioid goes up though and punishes him summarily. Nice response from the Valkyrie's discretion. And the thing is, it says immune a lot of times.
It's easy.
Every single time that you do it.
It's so easy, man. Hardcore gonna get beat up here.
This might also be easy, huh? As he gets silenced by Mineral. Finds a nice disarm, but a great ultimate from Cope catches Panatom. He's gonna come right back down the Dharmic Pillars as well. He's still standing tall though as Shinto finds 0, and Panatom can just turn around.
Looking at some of the damage dealers, Cope maybe now gonna get aggressed on it. He's got some defense.
How does Shinto live?
I have no idea, but he's gonna do it. And trouble for Sops as Hardcore underneath the tower, under the water, goes for it. Diesel finds the shot. It's a 1 for 2.
That's critical that he weaves in an auto and takes down the solo laner to at least get something back, as he said, in a 1-for-2 trade.
Important. You mentioned the team. Oh, that's no. Diesel dashes. Diesel's forced into the ultimate. As soon as Sanguine saw that dash, they went, ooh.
Fear No Evil comes out as well. Sops wants to make Netroid the target, but he's just looking for damage. Immediately gets sashed, taken up into the air. Dharmic Pillars, if this isn't enough, is waiting for him, and Sops gets the kill. That was clean from CRYPTIK to respond.
Meanwhile, Team CRYPTIK are split up, and this is exactly when Panatom wants to go to work. Mineral is going to be in trouble, and there's a Kraken. Ultimate, Aegis, everybody's safe.
Panatom uses the ult to at least not get knocked up. Still takes the damage, but just the landing is enough to remove 0 from the equation. And now this is where Shinto shines. Damage from a distance all rings in. He eventually, though, is going to have to try and get some damage onto Cope, as unfortunately they end up losing Netroid, but Mineral falls in exchange. It's 3 for 1, and Sanguine keep right on running.
Cope had a great team fight there. Ring bounce bounced across the entire team, brought a lot of protections down, slowed a whole lot of folks, and ultimately kills Netroid. But after the fact, Sanguine still holding their banner high. Sanguine are able to get the Primal Fury, and here's the fight.
Oh, poor Sops. Cope was too busy zoning to even worry about keeping Sops alive, and it means he ends up falling too. Dia side comes.
Yeah, they're gonna wait for Netroid in 3, 2, 1. There's the final hit. Fire Giant goes down. They wanted
to do this composition to try and slow it down anyway. I mean, there's just so much attack speed from Sanguine. I'm gonna talk about it later though, with Sops in a whole world of trouble. Dharmic Pillars is a good job, and the Fear No Evil, all to try and keep Sops alive. And the Kraken, he baits it all out, and Sops dies anyway. What a play.
Sops even held on to that, and it didn't matter. Shinto on the better side of a double kill as a Stinger drops and gets picked up one more time.
Well, as my good friend Holy coined, the threat of activation was too strong from the Arachne up on the webs, and so they just kept dropping ultimates to try and keep them alive.
Yeah.
It just wasn't enough. Now, with only 2 members still standing, they can threaten the mid-Phoenix as well, and in fact, they might even
push it to the limit. Go for it.
Cope are both here, but a good banish lands. Cope has to go all the way back to the fountain, but an Eagles rally means there's just too many protections. 5 members strong. The Titan can't handle it. Sanguine come in and 2-0 CRYPTIK.
Oh my goodness. That
too late now.
Yeah, you're too late to pause, homie. You needed to think about that earlier. Sanguine take this one in game 2. And again, this was just up and down.